Oh, I'm so sad.
Pim Pim, why are you sad?
Well, this is called Silly Stories for Kids.
Yeah?
And there are kids
Yeah?
that don't know about silly stories for Pim Pim.
Don't you mean silly stories for kids?
Well, you know that everybody only listens because of the Pim Pim.
That's not true.
Well, it is sad that they don't know about silly stories for kids. How do I tell all of them?
Well, maybe the kids listening can tell their friends, and maybe their friends can tell their friends, and then more of their friends can tell their friends.
Until the whole world knows about Pim Pim!
Well, no, but maybe. Who knows?
Okay, everybody listening, go tell all of your friends, and I mean all of them, about Pim Pim stories for Pim Pim.
No, silly stories for kids.
Oh yes, silly stories for Pim Pim.
Pim Pim!
Okay, let's get into the story. Okay, tell your friends. Bye-bye.
One day, a little girl named Amelia was doing some colouring in her room. Now, she was colouring in some beautiful pictures, and as she coloured, she could hear a noise rummaging through the corner of her room.
Nah, it's not this one. What about this? Oh, no, it's not that one either.
She started to look around to see where the noise was coming from. That's when she noticed a tiny little tiger that was going through the box of pencils in the corner of her room. Excuse me, said Amelia. The tiger turned around.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
What are you doing in my pencils?
Well, I've actually lost my favourite pencil and I can't find it anywhere. I was just checking to see if it was in your colouring pencils.
Well, why would it be in my colouring pencils? Said Amelia.
I don't know. I've checked 5 houses already and it wasn't in them either.
Well, have you been in any of these houses before? Said Amelia.
No, but isn't this where colouring pencils live?
Well, this is where my colouring pencils live, said Amelia, but it wouldn't be where yours live.
Well, mine live in lots of places.
What do you mean they live in lots of places?
Well, it depends what kind of mood they're in.
Mood? Said Amelia. Pencils don't have moods.
Mine do,
said the little tiger. Who are you? Said Amelia.
My name is Tiger Pow, and I like doing colouring, and my pencils are extra special.
How are they extra special?
We can talk, said a voice.
Who said that? Said Amelia.
I did.
Tiger Pow pulled one of the pencils out of his pocket and held it up.
Hello,
said the pencil. That's a talking pencil, said Amelia.
I know, said the pencil. I like to talk. Do you like to talk?
Yes, said Amelia.
And I can talk by talking, and I can talk by writing. Watch this.
The pencil jumped out of Tiger Pow's hand, went down to the piece of paper that Amelia was next to, and wrote the word hello. This is very strange, said Amelia.
Yeah, I know, but I've lost my favourite pencil.
Oh, I thought I was your favourite.
Well, you're all my favourites, but if you don't have all of them, someone's missing, and I'm very worried, said Tiger Pow.
So, you thought that your pencil might have come here and climbed in with my pencils?
Yeah, it's always a chance, said Tiger Pow.
Yes, there's always lots of chance,
said the pencil that he was holding. Well, okay, I think we need to go find your pencil, said Amelia. I'll just go ask my mum. So Amelia went into the other room. Mum, do you mind if I go help a tiger named Tiger Pow find his favourite pencil? Of course, said her mum. That'll be fine. She went back in and started talking to Tiger Pow again. Mum said it's fine. Hooray, said Tiger Pow. So let's go find my pencil. Tiger Pow jumped out the window of her room. Then he stuck his head back in.
Where should we start?
Well, said Amelia, I find when I've lost things, the best place to start is the last place I remember seeing them.
Oh, well, that was in my bedroom. All right, well, I guess we're going to my house, said Tiger Pow. Come on.
This time he jumped out the window and began to fly. How are you flying? Said Amelia.
Oh, yeah, I've got a superhero cape that helps me be able to fly. Do you want one?
Okay, she said. Tiger Pow gave her a cape and put it around her neck. With that, Amelia lifted up into the air. Come on, she said.
Let's go, said the pencil.
And with that, Tiger Pow, Amelia, and the pencil all flew into the air. Well, the pencil didn't fly. Tiger Pow put it back in his pocket. And they sailed off into the air, all the way to Tiger Pow's house. When they flew in the window, the room was a complete mess. Somebody's destroyed your bedroom, said Amelia.
No,
said Tiger Pow.
This is kind of just how it is a lot of the time.
What? Said Amelia. How can you know that your pencil's lost and just not under all of this somewhere?
Oh, that's a good idea, said Tiger Pow.
Maybe we should clean your room, said the pencil.
All right, said Tiger Pow. I'll start.
Tiger Pow started diving into the toys and all the things on his floor and throwing them in every direction. "That's not cleaning," said Amelia.
Oh, well, I'm not really good at cleaning. Can you help me?
"Sure," said Amelia. So Amelia helped Tiger Pow find all the places for his toys. They put them back on shelves and back in boxes until the room was almost completely clean. They looked around. "No pencil here," said Amelia.
Yes, no pencil, no... Hang on, I'm a pencil,
Said the pencil. "Well, no pencil apart from you," said Amelia.
oh, okay.
Well, what do we do now?
"We look for clues," said Amelia.
Oh, what kind of clues?
"I don't know," said Amelia, "but maybe we'll know when we see it." So Tiger Pow, Amelia, and the one pencil that Tiger Pow still had started looking around the room until... "Look," said Amelia, "what colour was that pencil?"
Well, he changes colour depending on what mood he's in.
"Oh, well, could he be green sometimes?"
Oh, green means he's cheeky. How come?
"Look at this." Tiger Pow looked where Amelia was pointing, and there was a green line that was drawn into the shape of some kind of smiley, cheeky face right next to Tiger Pow's window. "I think he might have gone out the window."
Oh, I think so too,
said Tiger Pow.
Let's follow the trail,
said the pencil. They looked out the window to see if they could see any more signs of the pencil. As they looked outside, they saw it. There was drawings all over things that led away from the house. "I think we should follow the drawings," said Amelia.
Good idea,
said Tiger Pow. So they climbed out the window and continued to follow them. It was quite funny because the pencil had drawn all kinds of silly things. There was smiley faces and frowny faces. There was pictures of little stick figures doing silly things like cartwheels and tumbles, and there was even one that had its tongue poking out. It was very funny. As they walked along, they quite enjoyed all the different pictures, and they realised that the colour of the pictures was starting to change.
Oh, look at that.
"It's turning orange," said Amelia.
"That means he's hungry."
"Hungry?" said Amelia.
"Yeah, us pencils have got to eat."
"What does a pencil eat?" said Amelia.
"Oh, it depends what day it is. Could be anything."
They all stopped because the drawings had stopped as well.
"What's that smell?"
"I can smell it too," said Amelia. "It smells..."
"Delicious,"
said the pencil.
"That smells like hot jam donuts."
"Hot jam donuts? Yum! Let's go! I could eat one of those. We've been working pretty hard."
As they started following the smell, they found a hot jam donut van just around the corner.
I'll take 3 hot jam donuts, please."
"I think I could eat 2,
said the pencil. "Just one for me," said Amelia. "Okay," said the man. "That's funny. You're the second pencil I've seen here today," he said to the pencil.
"You seen my pencil?"
"Yeah, he was very hungry. He ordered 6 hot jam donuts."
"Hooray! That means we're still on the trail,"
said Tiger Pow. "Well done, everybody. We followed our noses and we found more of the clues. We should keep going and see if we can find him."
We should probably eat our hot jam donuts first."
"Oh yeah, good idea."
"All right," said Amelia. So Amelia, Tiger Pow, and the pencil all sat down to eat their hot jam donuts. They were very, very yummy.
"All right, that was tasty, but now we better keep going to try and find my pencil."
"Well, what are we going to look for this time?" said Amelia. As they looked around, they could see a trail of jam leading off away from the van.
I wonder if that's from him."
"Maybe," said Amelia. "Let's follow it and see." So they followed the drops of jam that led off down the street, around the corner, around another corner, down a sideway, until it got close to a big open area.
"Hey, look, he's a drawing."
"It is," said Amelia, "and this time it's blue. What does blue mean?"
"It means he wants to play,"
said the pencil.
"Oh, that's kind of a good idea. I feel like getting some energy out and going for a play."
They looked around, and there, in the distance, they could see
"A playground! Tiger Pow, please, 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 can we go to the playground?"
"Oh, but we need to keep looking for the pencil."
"Oh, please."
Well, if the pencil was feeling playful, maybe it's at the playground.
"Good idea,"
said Tiger Pow.
"All right, we should go to the playground. Come on, pencil."
"That's what I wanted to do."
"Hooray," said Amelia. So they all went off together towards the playground, and as they were getting close, they could see a swing that almost looked like it was swinging by itself, and they could hear a voice on the swing.
"Wee, wee, 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 wee."
That's him, said Tiger Pow. They raced over to the playground, and there was an amazing multicoloured pencil sitting on a swing, swinging back and forth.
We found you!
Hooray, said Tiger Pow. Where have you been?
Well, I was feeling a little bit cheeky and I decided to go off for a draw.
We noticed!
Yeah, we liked your pictures. They were a lot of fun, said Amelia.
And then as I was continuing to draw, I realised...
You were hungry,
said the other pencil.
How did you know?
because we followed you to the hot jam donuts. They were yummy.
Yes, they were yummy. I had so many of them. They were so delicious. And then as I was eating them and walking and talking and doing all kinds of things, all of a sudden I felt all the energy from all the donuts. It was tingling, and I could not control it anymore. I knew that if I didn't do something about it, I might explode. So I came here for a play on the playground. I've been going down the slide and up the climbing frame and around, and then I got very excited and I sat down on the swings and I've been swinging back and forth.
Oh, I'm so glad I found you. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Yes, sorry, Tiger Pow. I didn't mean to disappear like that. I just got too excited and far too busy.
Okay, said Amelia. Well, we're glad we found you. Just next time, make sure you tell Tiger Pow where you're going.
Oh, sorry, Tiger Pow. Next time, I promise I'll tell.
Oh, that's okay. All right, well, how are you feeling now?
I'm actually feeling...
He drew a line, and the line came out purple. What does purple mean? Said Amelia.
It means I'm tired, he said.
Yeah, he is tired. All right, I better get you back home to bed.
Can I go to bed too? I'm tired. It's been a big day.
I'm actually feeling a little bit tired myself, said Amelia. All right, we should all head home. So with that, Tiger Pow walked Amelia back home first and dropped her off. Then he and his pencils disappeared back to his house. As Amelia walked back in the door and sat back down at her colouring, she decided to have a rest while listening to some music and continued to colour in. Her mum walked in as she was continuing to colour. Well, Amelia, how was your day? What did you get up to? Well, she said, I don't think you'd believe me, even if I told you. And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by Tiger Pow's Pencil Colour Chart. Do you have some pencils but not know what they're trying to tell you? Make sure you get yourself a Tiger Pow Pencil Colour Chart, and we will be able to describe all the feelings that your pencils might be able to have. We hope you've been enjoying Silly Stories for Kids. Make sure to leave a review wherever you find your podcast and share it with one of your friends, or maybe all of your friends. This has been me, Tiger Pow.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon. Silly Stories for Kids is only possible thanks to the support of our listeners. If you want to help us make more stories, music, books, live shows, and so much more, head over to sillystoriesforkids.com and join the family.